As time moves forward, it seems like things get much less sentimental to people. They're willing to sell basically anything for a little bit of change. A few doubloons, and you can basically buy whatever you want from anybody. Well, I'd like to point out a family that was offered $26 million in Kentucky. They turned down that money with an emphatic no, and I couldn't be happier. Data centers seem to be ruining a lot of rural areas. There's a ton of things online that talk about just how annoying they are to live by.
If it's my way, I'll stay and hold and feed a nation. 26 million doesn't mean anything.
Some people might find it hard to understand how Delcia Bear can turn away a $26 million offer to buy some of her land until you spend a little time with her walking the dirt road she grew up on and in the house her daddy built.
My grandfather and great-grand...
Beautiful home, built with her dad's two hands. I hope my daughter cherishes things that I built or enjoyed like this woman does. It's actually really wholesome.
Father and a whole bunch of family has all lived here for years, paid taxes on it, fed a nation off of it, even raised wheat through the Depression and kept the bread lines up in the United States of America. And people didn't have anything else.
Delcia is one of dozens of landowners approached by an anonymous buyer, one of the major players in artificial intelligence, likely Google or Meta or Amazon.
How is it that you can be an anonymous buyer and reach out to somebody? Obviously, it's likely Google, Amazon, or Meta. They're heavily pushing the AI agenda, and AI has just really become a meme. I know 10, 20 years ago, people was emphatic for the idea of AI, while still in the back of their mind having the Terminator movies and at the forefront of the conversation of, well, we don't want a Skynet situation, but in all reality, everybody expected AI to come in and make everyone's life easier, to do the chores nobody wanted to do. Send your robot in there to do those dishes. And in reality, it's just turned out to be a joke with people making content out of AI surrounding generic shit like Will Smith eating spaghetti or the world's fattest couple riding a motorcycle I seen not too long ago. AI has become a meme. It seems like every idea we had in the past of what the future would be has began to come to fruition, but in the worst possible way. It's really sad, actually.
To purchase their land, the market value for land in Mason County is about $6,000 an acre. The realtor that came to her door last April offered her and her mother about 10 times that.
They call us old stupid farmers, but we're not. We know whenever our food is disappearing, our lands are disappearing, and we don't have any water and poison, we know we've had it.
Delcia's mom, Ida Huddleston, is now 82 years old. She says she does not need the money or the hassle. She was born on this land and she plans to die here, and she certainly does not trust the promises made by the AI companies or the people who want them to build here.
When you pull up and you offer people 10 times the amount that their land is worth, what is your true purpose for that land? There's no way it could be a data center, right? Is a data center really that lucrative that it would make you be willing to pay somebody heavily above what it's worth? $6,000 an acre, and you're willing to give them 26 million. I don't know how many acres they have, but I can't imagine it would come even close to that number if it's $6,000 an acre. So what is the true use of these AI data centers in the long term? Why are you so desperate for this land specifically? Makes you question it, doesn't it? But good on this lady right here to stand her ground and say, nah, we're good. Good day to you, sir.
So what do you say to the people who are in town that say, hey, this is going to bring jobs, this is going to bring economic prosperity?
I say they're a liar and the truth ain't in them, is what I say. It's a scam.
For Delcia, scam or not, she says she's connected to her home like Scarlett O'Hara was in Gone with the Wind.
As long as she was attached to that land, her spirit never would die. And that's the exact same thing for me right here. As long as I'm on this land, as long as it's feeding me, as long as it's taking care of me, there's nothing that can destroy me if I've got this land.
Amen to that. Gotta love to see people live the American dream, get it out of the mud, make it happen, plant your own crops, don't need nobody, raise your own cattle. This is what America was built on. And in my opinion, a lot of things have changed for the worse. Back in, the early days of America, you lived off the land, you made your own food, you made your own homes, you built this stuff with your own two hands. And Americans as a whole have become spoiled with the grocery stores and big businesses really just kind of hand-holding them through life. Life has changed so much. And I feel like it's changed for the worse. Good on these people, standing their ground. Money can't buy everything. Money definitely can't buy happiness. And they seem to be quite content on their little land. Hopefully this is the end of it. A lot of companies try to be scummy and come in and force you off your land. Let's hope that don't happen. Good on you. That's about it. See ya.